We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. And all I ask for returns for to smash that like button, tell them I know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. So here we are with SENS Stock, Sensonics Holdings Inc. It's been explosive back to back for several days, and today it was pretty strong with its continuation. And it wasn't the only stock pushing higher. The overall market was pushing higher, and the SPY also pushed up higher after dipping and taking off. Our SPY bot at 11:45 a.m. sent us out a bull indicator, and those call options were up 3 to 4x within hours, guys. Within an hour, in a few minutes, these call options had skyrocketed 3 to 4x, and things were strong all the way till the last few minutes of the day, where you could see it got that bear indicator. This is our new release that sent us direct notifications over at the Discord to have an edge over the markets, to be able to maximize on the opportunities no matter which direction stocks are going, the SPY's going, and so forth, guys. So here we are with SENS Stock, Sensonics Holdings Inc., strength all day and the aftermarket hours. So we're going to talk about what are the key levels to watch based off the history of the chart, and what are the supports and resistance. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning by one of the members in the group, and also one of the stocks and opportunities I mentioned that missed home run opportunity by several percentage points, but it took off as well. If you guys want to get on early with us every single day, we strive for opportunities like these. Check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us. We're going to jump right into it here with SENS Stock, Sensonics Holdings Inc. So the opportunities I mentioned this morning turned out to be phenomenal and beyond expectations for a Friday. And one of the members as well mentioned an opportunity that turned out to be a home run, guys. If you guys want to get on early with us every single morning, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So these are the stocks I mentioned this morning, and both of them turned out to give 5 to 10% opportunities, but MTech turned out to be one that gave a highest point of 15% plus at its highest point. We caught it as it was pulling downwards in the pre-market, started to pick up some steam, got that bull indicator, and took off with strength here on 42 Vision for that highest point of 15% plus. Now, the home run that was mentioned by one of the members in the group was at 10:05 a.m. They stated that INDO is running, and it turned out to have full strength under a bull indicator on 42 Vision and Ultimate 42 Vision. When it was mentioned, it was around 450, went up, pulled back down, and took off to a highest point in a matter of minutes of 30% plus, guys. If you guys want to get on early with us every single morning, we strive for opportunities like these. Check out the link down below in the description to the Discord, and we look forward to having you join us. So here we are with SENS Stock, Sensonics Holdings Inc., and it just continues to push up higher after hitting that dip down here, double bottom effect, and taking off with strength. And it was an extreme weakness on 42 Vision white with red borders, and we've just seen green and a few red, but not enough to destroy the chart, and just strength continuing. And if I pull up Ultimate 42 Vision, the bull and bear indicators, which you now have access to as well, the link is down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicator. And by joining, you'll receive the clarity you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities, no matter which direction stocks are going. So on the 30-minute, you could see it got a bull indicator way down here at 213. A bear indicator slightly popped up at 276. Very short-lived. Another bull indicator from 279 all the way to the highs here of 358. And we're sitting right now at around 340 to 350s, right? Now, if I pull up the 4-hour, which is even more important to see the bigger picture, it has been under a bull indicator since 230s all the way to this point, full strength on 42 Vision. And this is where things start to get very interesting, because it could reject eventually or continue the strength. No bear indicators on site. The bull indicators are strong on the 30-minute. The 4-hour has been strong as well. Very clean, jumping out from this double bottom here. As you could see it double bottom right here, went up, came down, and took off. Now, a lot of people are trying to figure out why is it going up. A lot of people can actually anticipate why it's going up or have an idea, right? Because we've talked about it before here in the channel. Some people are probably seeing other forums or other locations talk about this. And I'm going to break it down in today's video, but I'm going to talk about the supports and resistance levels you want to be aware of, because this is at a point where if it rejects, it's going to fall right back down towards the 2s, the 250s, or even the low 2s again. If it doesn't reject, it's going to break out, and we are anticipating, everyone that's invested in SENS stock, for the FDA approval or some type of news, right? So we're going to talk about it today because the stock took off when things were stated earlier in January. As you see it right here, it was really fast. I mean, it went from the 260s to the 340s, which is kind of where we're at right now and slightly above it, and things fell. And I stated as it was falling that this is a great time to be watching this because there's keywords that came out in the statements that are reflecting now what's going on in the chart, that it was eventually going to reverse, and there's a reason why. But we still don't have clarity. There's still the speculation and uncertainty in the air, but we do have some keywords to read off of, and that's what we're going to look at today. Let me pull up the article. So the article that I pulled up way back on October, right, was this one right here. This was last year in October 25th, talking about where the stock sat and what was coming for it in the future, right? And why its stock went up higher in the past. Like, why has it moved the way it has? Why were things pulling downwards? And then they're talking about the buzz surrounding it, that eventually it was going to get FDA approval. And they're talking about different other companies with some sort of market cap that is allowing it to go ahead and have further catalysts. So this article was pretty good, and it talks about the huge catalyst you shouldn't sleep on. That's how they named it. And back in October, if we look at the chart, the stock was really up high. I mean, it was really high. I mean, it's actually trying to fight to get back up to those levels. So knowing about that article, well, it made it go from the 320s to the 4s, but came back down, and here we are, right? The overall market's been pulling down. The weighting's been actually pulling it down, and the uncertainty, and then things keep on getting pushed further. But we finally got some clarity in January, and that is why the stock took off the way it did here in the after hours from 260s to the 3s. And as it pulled down and it was consolidating here, and even if it went lower, I always said you want to be aware of this one. You don't want to sleep on it, because they said it since way up here in October. We saw how it ran, and then now we got some confirmation of at least a roadmap of a possibility. And this is why the stock is taking off, because of these keywords, and we're going to break it down here in this article. It says here, Sensonics expects FDA approval for glucose monitor. That was on the date 1/5 of 2022, okay? If I pull up here, 1/5 of 2022, you could see it here. This was the 4th, and it took off pre-market. It took off, and then things started to dip on the 5th, okay? There was our run, okay? It happened the day before. Everyone was talking about it on the 5th, and we've just been pulling down since. Through the volatility, it's been tradable, but everything's been falling, and now it's reversing. Well, there's a key word in this whole entire article. It says here, okay, that the FDA is going to approve it within the next few weeks, okay? Within the next few weeks. That was the key word I talked about in my video before. That's the key word I told everyone to be aware of, and that's the key word that really matters. The rest is all great news. It's talking about what they expect, but within the next few weeks. If you look at the 5th to where we're at today, okay, it has been 4 weeks. That's a month now. This has gone further than within the next few weeks. But within the next few weeks could be 7 weeks from that day, 8 weeks from that day, 10 weeks, 12 weeks. It could be any of that time frame, which could turn into months. But the keyword weeks has a lot of people in the anticipation that the weeks are getting closer, because a whole month has gone by. 4 weeks have gone by. It's eventually going to come. So they're anticipating it. Now, I've looked up if insiders have been buying. I don't see any information on that. But back in October and last year, Vanguard BlackRock, and many different large institutions have gone ahead and upsized their portfolio size on Sensonics Holdings Inc., which is interesting. Maybe they're going long, I'm not sure. But this catalyst has already moved the stock nearly a total amount of 50% plus. I mean, almost a whole entire 70 to 80% from the lows down here. So it's going to be important moving forward to see what's going on here, how things are going to play out, and what's the key levels I'm watching. Well, it has rejected 358 and needs to break through that, needs to get up here towards 380s and then break through 428, which was the highest point we saw in October. It is fighting slightly above the highs here when it was announced that in a few weeks the FDA was going to approve or give some statements, which is 340. We want to stay above that. And if it breaks through that, the first support I'm going to be watching is 320 and then down here at $3. Those are the two supports I'm watching to the downside. But to the upside, we want to continue to roar. The 4-hour looks strong. If I pull up the 30-minute, it looks strong as well for the last 2 days. And the 1 day is showing strength as well. We'll see how this actually lasts. And also, we want to continue to see green bars here. We don't want to see this shift, anything like this right here, because that could be a very volatile shift. And then we'll end up going downwards again. So super important to end up holding strong into the anticipation of the next few weeks, as it was stated by the CEO in the company of this actually happening, guys. This is super important moving forward. This is going to be huge. Things are looking strong so far. I'm going to continue to look at 42 vision closely as this bull indicator continues to hold strong and not get negated by any bear indicators, as well as the 4-hour and the 1 day. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make